Hello everybody, good afternoon, Rose here. Today I am reacting to two of Foodie's live streams put together. The first is Rnbtn, I guess that stands for Running Back to Natter, and the second one is Scared Off Another Date Prospect, Let's Be's ARG. So the first live stream, Rnbtn, was for almost an hour, and the other one was for over 2 hours. So I'm just going to feature little bits of each live stream and go straight to the comments section because the comments are always interesting. And as far as her live streams, in the latter part, the latter live stream, Foodie was playing copyrighted music. I don't want to cover the live stream and get the copyrighted music in my React and have problems with YouTube due to copyright claim or copyright strike. So I have to leave that part out. But I peeked at the live streams, and all that Foodie is doing is just sitting in her room, essentially doing nothing. So I hope that everybody had a chance to check out the video that I did earlier, talking about how it's not just Natter who's a grifter, it's Chantal herself who's also a grifter. And that's why the two of them get along so incredibly well. And that's why she's okay with him doing to her what she does to other people. They speak the same language and they understand each other very well. They both do the same things. He grifts from her, she grifts from her audience. So from here on out, I'm going to call her not Foodie Beauty, but Grifter Marie. That's her new name, Grifter Marie, because she gets on YouTube, she gets on all her platforms, and she makes sure to get the money up front, but then she doesn't give content for the money that people pay her. And in my eyes, that's someone who is a grifter. So let me go ahead and just bring up the other screen so you guys can see. And there she is. So let's start with the earlier one, the one that was almost an hour. So as I mentioned in that video that I did talking about how Scamtel Marie and Natter are both grifters, I featured the video from Mo Translates. Mo put together a very informative video showing text between Natter and perhaps one of his friends. And the friend was calling Natter a CEO of grifters, that he was an international grifter, and expressing admiration for the fact that Natter was such a good grifter. And Natter did not deny the fact that he was a grifter. As a matter of fact, he was laughing about it. He was very proud of that person giving him that compliment. Mo Translates translated the text going on back and forth between the two men. And as I understand it, the dialect that was used was the correct Egyptian dialect, so the translation was correct. Other people have collaborated that. They've said, yes, that is correct. And in this clip that I'm about to play for you, people are talking about the Mo Translates video, and she claims that it's racist, that it goes against all of the Egyptian people. It paints all the Egyptian people as being dishonest. And I have said, no, that's not true, because we're just talking about Natter. We're not talking about anyone else who might be of Egyptian descent. There are grifters everywhere across the world, all age groups. There's young grifters, old grifters, different classes of different grifters, different ethnicities. Someone pointing out that Natter is a grifter is not a black mark against anyone who might be Egyptian. I'm sure there are lots of Egyptian people who are honest and hardworking, and they would never think of being dishonest ever. Mo Translates was simply translating what was on the text and putting it in a video, a very informative video, I might add. And so here's Foodie. Her defense is this video is racist and it goes against all Egyptian people. So let me just go ahead and play the clip for you now.
I mean, doesn't that video seem racist against Egyptian people anyways? Like,
no.
I'm sure it means well and to warn me. I know Mo translates, doesn't like Natter. But saying like it was the video was saying like Egyptian men are grifters and stuff like that and how to scam women and shit. Clean the windowsill off. I have a trash bag here, but I have to empty the drinks.
I would like to emphasize one more time for anyone watching my video, whether you're on my channel, you're new to my channel, maybe you're a VIBzer and you're just being curious. Natter isn't the only grifter here. Chantal is also a grifter. Where Natter is only working one or a few people, she literally grifts thousands of people every day by coming on her channel, and she expects top dollar for nothing. In other words, give everything you can to me, but you're not going to get anything back from me. In my eyes, that is the definition of a grifter, someone who takes, but they don't give back. Someone that will promise you things, and so you give something and then you don't receive anything back. That is a scammer. That is a grifter. And she has been grifting like crazy on her channel for the last several months by continuously dangling carrots in front of people. Oh, the edited content, it's coming. I promise I'll do edited content. I promise I'll do better. And I'm going to do this for you. And I'm going to do that for you. Just be patient. And always coming up with excuses why she can't do something. Oh, I'm sick this week. I've got this problem. I'm depressed. Yada, yada, yada. But yet when it comes to Natter, she will up and jump out of her chair and get in her car and go drive a couple of hours to Montreal to see him. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm tired. That's her newest scam. Getting on camera and claiming that she's tired. And she does that so she can end the stream early and go watch him or go be with him. That's her newest scam. When she's done talking to people, she'll claim she's tired, but then go hang out with Natter. But Chantal is a grifter, even more so than Natter. Natter only works a few people. She works thousands of people every day. She will never come on this platform and do anything for free. She will never talk to anybody for free, despite the fact that she says, oh, I love the support that you guys give me. She doesn't value everybody. She values only the people that pay her the extra $5. And even then, she doesn't value those people because those people that are on Chantal's channel and VIBs, if you're here watching, pay close attention to this. Whether or not you know this, whether or not you are aware of this, you are involved in an abusive relationship with Chantal. Yes, I said it. You are involved in an abusive relationship. And how is that? How are you involved in an abusive relationship? Let me explain. So you come to Chantal's channel and she's nice to you for a while. And then she turns around and she berates you. She calls you names. She says you're stupid. She calls you ridiculous. Sometimes if she gets mad enough, she will try to embarrass and humiliate some of you in her community posts or her live streams. She will do her best to embarrass you and put you down. And she'll block some of you. She will dish out the verbal abuse. And then she'll turn around and she'll be nice to you. Why? Because that's what abusers do. They dish out the abuse. They come back and say sorry. Or even if they don't say sorry, they try to make nice for a while. And then they go back to being abusive. That is an abusive relationship. They go through cycles of being mean to you, being verbally abusive, and then they do something to make nice for it. You forgive them, and then they continue the abuse cycle. Chantal knows there's a lot of messed up, broken people in her chat. She knows this, and she takes advantage of it. And she takes advantage of the fact that there are people in her chat that they don't feel at home anywhere else on YouTube. They feel at home in her chat. So she feels free to say what she wants to those people, because no matter how abusive she is to the audience, they always forgive her and they always come back. And as long as those people keep coming back, that makes her more bold to continue being abusive and to treat people the way that she does, because there's no true consequence to her actions. But these people, these enablers, and yes, VIBs, you are enablers, because you know she's got addictions, you know she's got a problem with food, and you are funding all of it. You're funding her in all of her addictions. You're funding her active, raging, extreme ED, as well as funding Natter in his addictions, buying his food, paying his rent. While you are the enablers, you are the enablers that are being abused by Chantal. And she feels free to abuse you because you keep coming back for more. And while she's abusing you, she's grifting you for money, playing with your emotions, playing with your feelings, making sure that you're always concerned about her, playing this awful grifting game of portraying yourself as the heartbroken female with the bad boy boyfriend that she just can't get away from. She knows what she's doing. She knows. Don't ever think that Chantal is stupid. She's not stupid. She wants you to believe that she's stupid, because as long as you believe that she's stupid, while you're thinking that, you are not considering anything smart that she might do. Do you see? By painting this stupid picture of herself, you're not going to consider anything that might be beyond the stupid line. She's manipulative. She knows how to play on people's feelings. When it comes to YouTube, she knows how to make that money. She knows how to turn the negative into a $ positive. Trust me, she knows. She knows. She's been on YouTube for a long time. She knows. But Mo Translates did the video explaining how Natter is a grifter. She don't want to hear nothing about it.
Mm-mm. You're trying to sneak over here. I know you. Keep an eye on him. Watch. Keep an eye. You're planning it. I know. The camera's keeping an eye on you, Sam. Hi, golden girl. What about what his own friend said to him on Facebook? How do you know that's his friend? It could be a troll. Do you guys not realize there's trolls that are gonna like try to like?
You know, guys, it would not matter if people came forward with screenshots showing Natter's face, showing him saying that he is scamming Chantal. It does not matter. She wants this man. She's determined to hang on to this man. It would not matter what you put in front of her. Nothing is going to change her mind. Nothing is going to make her leave him alone. She's very much attached to this man. She's never going to let go. And she's going to go on seeing him. She'll come to her audience and she'll dangle those golden carrots of enough is enough. I'm done with him. We're over. She will do that on purpose to give hope to her audience, because everybody wants her away from him. She's got everybody convinced that he's the reason for all of her misery. Here's the real truth. She's the reason for her misery. She's the one making the choices about her own life, from the things that she eats to the way that she lives, the things that she does. Natter is just a small aspect of all of that. She could easily turn things around if she wanted to, but that's the thing. She doesn't want to. She's gotten way too comfortable coming on YouTube, turning on her camera, and basically just taking advantage of the fact that the longer her live streams are, the more Google AdSense money she'll get. And all she's doing is turning on her camera and babbling about nothing and waiting around for people to send the super chats and sign up as members. She's so heavily fixated and focused on looking dead at the camera and taking note if somebody is sending her money or signing up as a member, that she can't be bothered to do anything that looks remotely interesting.
I'm sure that, like, his friends in the video, I don't think that was hilarious. That's probably a troll using, any troll can use Arabic Translate and write something in Arabic. You have to think as critical as you do about those situations as you do for me with the people you like too. All right. So I know you hate me and Natter, but you have to use those same critical thinking skills and apply them to people you like as well. Okay.
You know, I just had a thought today, and I want to share my thought with all of you and see what you think. So I went out and I took my walk today, and I was thinking about the whole situation with Natter and Chantal, like all the goings on for the past few months. And I got to thinking, what if all this lying that they've been doing back and forth and driving everybody nuts, what if that was on purpose? Because that was Chantal's way of mentally and emotionally wearing everybody down until they got to the point where everybody's saying now, look, we know you two are together, just come out and say the truth. Because before, the audience was heavily against her being around Natter. Everybody was saying, we don't want to see him, we don't want to hear about him. And although the audience does not like Natter still, everybody's sick of him still. Now everybody's at the point where they are so sick of the lying, the constant BS lying, that they're saying, you know what? At this point, just tell us the truth. And maybe that's what she wanted all along. Because maybe she felt if I wear down my audience enough emotionally and mentally, then I'll get my way. I can go back on camera with him. I can talk to him publicly. Maybe that was the deal all along. I mean, we are talking about the same woman that she herself has said, when it comes to relationships, that she will put on a better version of herself for a while until she feels like they're in love with her, and then she reveals her real self. And I also do remember a live stream where she was talking about Natter, and she said something very creepy and stalkerish. She said, all I have to do is get in his house. Like, for some reason, getting in that person's house was very important to her. And I think the reason why it was important to her was because she felt like once she got in the house, that she was more established with that person. You know, so she's very calculated, you know, like step by step by step, do what you got to do to get your way. So she's saying, oh, Mo Translates doesn't know what they're talking about. You guys are being trolled. It was an exact translation, Chantal. But as I said, it wouldn't matter if somebody showed her a video of Natter with somebody. It doesn't matter. She wants him. She wants to be with him. And nothing and no one is going to change her mind. And as long as he's in the picture, he's going to continue to get money from Chantal. And she's going to continue to grift her audience for the money that she gives him. I don't think he's really grifting Chantal, because I think she willingly and knowingly and eagerly gives up that money. She knows the deal. Either pay him or he's gone. He's going to go spend time with Didi or somebody else. So maybe he's telling her some lies to keep her on the hook. But I think Chantal knows what's up, and she knows she has a choice. Either pay him for his companionship or get none at all. But as far as her being a grifter, well, she comes on her channel. She has her other platforms. All those platforms, there's a paywall. She made sure to set up those paywalls right off the bat. She promised a bunch of content for each of those platforms, and she hasn't delivered, but yet people still pay. So how are you not a grifter, Chantal? You're actually on a worse level than Natter. Because while he's working a few people, you work thousands of people every day by playing on their emotions, by keeping them worried for you, by making them angry. The people on your channel cannot relax. It's not a relaxing time being a VIB. You keep people stressed out all the time. You start talking about Natter, freaking out about Natter, doing drugs, eating a bunch of food. People on your channel cannot relax. And this is what they're paying their $5 for? Doesn't sound like something I want to pay $5 for.
Chantal Cycles, welcome to your part. Peace, ready, set, peace. That's what you need to do. So you need to realize, any troll, no, I know, we're watching you. I don't hate you, just him.
And people in her chat are still not getting it. She's painted this half picture of people are so concerned for her. He's grifting her, but they don't see the other half, which is she's grifting them. I mean, in order for Natter to get money from Chantal, she's got to get it from somewhere. How do you think she does that? She's not working for her money. All she does is turn on her camera and put her hand out to other people. But she's playing the victim and saying, oh, you know, that he's not, they honestly think it's all about him taking money from her. That's only half the picture. The other half is she's got to grift other people in order to have money to give to him. Y'all need to open your eyes over there. You know, she's at the top of the food chain and she's funding all the crap that's happening.
No, I know a lot of you guys don't hate me, but why is everyone yelling? Excusing everything. No, I'm not. I don't excuse anything. Anything. I'm not excusing things. I don't excuse things. I just I accept everybody who just fucks up, and I'm not an angel, and
yeah, you're a scammer.
You don't need to show. I don't like to think of people as garbage.
But you do. And you treat your members like garbage. You promise them things and don't deliver. How dare you make a postcard club and you're not even going anywhere? People have already paid what, $30, $45 or so? $45 for what? You haven't gone anyplace. And then you have the audacity to suggest sending a postcard from your hometown. That's not what people paid for. See, that's another sign of a grifter. When they sit there and they make promises and then they do the bare minimum just so they can say, well, I gave you something, like her OnlyFans. Has she really done a whole lot with OnlyFans? No. She posts just a few pictures just so she can say she did something. And the whole thing with the postcard club, she wants to send postcards locally just so she can say, well, I did send out a postcard. And that way she's off the hook from people coming back and saying, you scammed me, I didn't get anything. So do the bare minimum just so people can't say that. That will be her defense. Oh, I did send you a little something. You did the bare basic minimum, as little as you could possibly do. You're not about that life of being fair, Chantal. You're all about what favors you the most. People have literally paid you thousands of dollars a month, and all they want is great content. And you can't be bothered. You can't be bothered to do something nice for people because that's your selfish heart at work. Let everybody do for me, and I will do only what I have to those people that support me. Grifter.
People are too non-one-dimensional for that. It's not sweet, Jen. That's what I like about it. Or do you sugarcoat? I guess it's the feelings that do that. Or have done that forever, you know.
You know, I don't want to hear her nonsense. Let's move on to the comments because there's another live stream she did today. There's one piece of it that I want to show you guys. And it's not Chantal acting the fool in her normal way. It's a piece where she actually called IKEA. And she was just ridiculous and vulgar with the person from IKEA. Cookies and Steam says, ugh, Chantal, every person from the Middle East on YouTube confirms the translations from Mo are correct. You really deserve being an ATM for the grifter. Seriously. You know, I think it's poetic karmic justice. She grifts other people, he grifts her. The grifter getting grifted. I think that's perfect, balanced justice. Claire A says, I really can't imagine having her life and being so desperate for a man who doesn't even want her. I haven't been with anyone in 2 years and so proud of myself. She can't be without anyone for 2 seconds. Yeah, because even though she puts on this bravado of big, beautiful me and there's men chasing me, if you get beyond the facade, if you rip it away, she's a lonely, desperate woman that desperately wants to believe that she's wanted by so many. And yet, if she were, why is she putting up with a scumbag like Natter? Answer, because there is nobody else. Because no one would put up with her the way that Natter does. And the only way he's putting up with her is if she pays him lots and lots of money. That's how much he can't stand Chantal. You can equal the hatred from the thousands that she has to give him just to spend a couple of days with her. It's been several months. If there was any kind of feeling that he had for her, she wouldn't still be paying him. He spends time with Dee Dee and she doesn't have to pay. But because Chantal is so offensive, well, in order to spend time around her, she's got to foot the bill for everything. Everything. And Chantal's just not getting it through her head. If he loved you, you wouldn't be paying for stuff. Not the way you are, Chantal. You're paying because he does not like you. And he's grifting you the way you grift other people. Mila says his friend wasn't a troll. He wrote in perfect Arabic, especially Egyptian dialect, 100% not from Google Translate. He knows Natter very well. You know, we don't know. I'm just going to speculate here. I'm speculating. I don't know that person. What if the person who was speaking to Natter was also a grifting person? And that's why they were expressing admiration over something like that. Because what decent person would express admiration to someone grifting people except for another grifter? Like one thief praising another thief. Oh man, I see you got some good jewels from that heist yesterday. Yeah, only a grifter would look up to another grifter. So you never know. He might have a circle of friends. That's what they do. Dark10-2 says, you know you've hit rock bottom as a paying subscriber when one of the first things you ask the streamer is, did you block anyone last night? Good God, you idiots make me laugh. As I said, you VIBs, you put up with that abusive behavior and you go back for more. And every time you do, you make her more bold to continue that. Chantal acts the way that she acts because there are no true consequences for what she says and what she does. The more you put up with it, the more abusive she's going to be to you. If you want to get her attention, you know what you got to do. But the more you show up and the more you support her, the more she thinks, I can just do anything to these people and they'll deal with it because they're so addicted to me. She treats all of you that are VIBs the same way that Natter treats her. And just like he gets away with being rude to her, she gets away with being rude to all of you. Just think about that for a minute. Dark10-2 says, can one of the paying members give us a single redeeming quality about this woman, please? I'm dumbfounded how anyone could find a molecule of goodness in this person. Why do you support someone who does nothing but eat, get high on drugs, and block her own members for pointing out a blatant lie she's been telling for months. I highly doubt this woman was abused, and if that is true, after filing a police report, she face jail time for wasting police time and setting victim support back decades. Disgusting. Prove me wrong. You know, I tend to think that there's a lot of people in the VIB chat. They're broken, messed up people, and that's not me being rude. There's just an old saying: birds of a feather flock together. People who are broken, people who are messed up, tend to attract people of the same. Maybe there are people in her chat that they have problems with food. Maybe there are people in her chat that they've got problems with drugs, or they like to get high. You know, like whatever Chantal does, they kind of feel relatable to her in some way. So birds of a feather flock together, like attracts like. They feel a kinship to Chantal, and that's why they don't go anywhere else on YouTube, because they feel most comfortable watching someone who is probably most like them. Let's see. Miss Anthropope says, denial is a big river that runs through Egypt. Dude, you are intentionally choosing ignorance. I hear it's bliss. Yeah, it's absolute bliss. Not a fan says, everyone's over my crap. Yeah, pretty much. You're sucking pretty bad these days. The only good, interesting thing is the tea you're giving about you and Snaggle. But even that's only coming in drips and drabs. Personally, I'm only here to either ideally see you truly work on yourself and get better, or if not, the Mega Milk rage streams. The other stuff is boring AF, and you kill me with this Groundhog's Day BS. If you order paneer again, I feel like Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. Order paneer again one more time. Well, not a fan, trust me. The paneer thing is driving everybody crazy. A, it's bad for her health because all it is cheese, like she needs cheese. B, it's like, dude, pick something else to eat. It's ridiculous to eat paneer that much. Random Nothing says, this stream is about Mo Translates video. She got a call from the beginning of this video from Natter, then hung up and pretended to not want to do laundry. She comes back and says, that video is racist against Egyptians, and the one calling him as a grifter isn't his friend and a troll. He made her believe this lie and to defend him against that video, and that's exactly what she did. Don't believe me? Watch for yourself. Yeah, I just saw it. She's defending him. And you know what? If she's defending him, and if she's saying in her streams, I don't want to talk badly about him, and I want to respect his privacy. Translation, she cares about him, and she's good with him right now, and there's going to be no real spicy hot tea on Natter. She's going to keep her mouth shut. They're good right now. She only rages when they have a big old fight. Let's see. Goldie says she lies all the time, even admits that she's lied. I would say pathological liar. Then in the next breath she says, I'm not lying. Make it make sense. Well, you know, Chantal doesn't lie. She just changes her mind. That's what she said. Sorry about the noise. That's Discord. I forgot to turn it off. The notifications. 3R says, this channel has become a graveyard when it comes to views. Pretty soon, Team YouTube will realize this channel does more harm to your community than good and terminate it for good. Honestly, 3R, YouTube is a company. It's not about anything emotional for them. They are a company. They care about the money. They care about the money. They brought Chantal back for one reason, because she is at the heart of the food chain with all of the reaction channels. But even that food chain is breaking down because the reaction channels are finding other things to talk about, other people to talk about. People are turning away. So those reaction channels that she hates so very much, the ones that were part of her protection and the reason why she got her channel back, that protection is breaking down, which means she's not getting as much promotion and her views are starting to sink. But YouTube is all about that money. They're a company. They're all about making that money and paying attention to the money. They could care less about anything emotional or the impact of what Chantal is doing is having on YouTube as a whole. It's all about the numbers. Miss Blackwood says, truth hurts. This was a very weak attack on Mo Translates in behalf of your man. He'll expect you to do better next time. And here's some critical thinking for you. Since you're so fond of it, according to you, those people in Mo's video were Facebook friends, people who said they knew him back in Egypt, which he responded to and agreed with, not trolls. Yeah, those were personal friends of his. They weren't trolls. You could tell by the conversation in Mo's video, it was somebody he's very comfortable with. And as I said, that's probably somebody, a male friend, that's a grifter too. And that's why they were praising him for acting like that, because what decent person would praise someone for grifting? Nobody, except another grifter. Let's see, next. Uh-oh. Looks, somebody's saying Angel Hands got doxxed. Ooh, that must be in relation to the farms. I'm not going to go look. I'm not going to go look. If Angel Hands got doxxed, I'm not going to go look on the farms. Ain't my business. Okay. All right. So let's go on to this one. Scared off another date prospect, Let's Be's arc. So this is the one I got to be careful with, because I think that she's playing music through here. But the part that I wanted to spotlight beyond all her usual nonsense is when she actually calls IKEA and she's pranking them, and she says some really foul stuff. So let's listen in.
Of a virtual returns and exchanges queue, which requires all customers to book an appointment prior to visiting their store. To find out which IKEA stores use this virtual queue system, visit your local store page on ikea.ca. For kitchen products, press 1. For support with delivery, press 2. For technical support, such as smart lighting or wireless charging, press 3. For info about our return policy, press 4. For any other support, press 5. Just so you know, we record our calls to help improve our quality.
Look at her rolling her eyes like she has something else she's got to go do. Like she's not going to sit home tonight, all night, and do nothing. Yet she's sitting there sighing and rolling her eyes like, oh, hurry up. Girl, what else you going to do? What do? You sit in your room and you eat. Have patience.
And training. At IKEA, we want to cultivate a positive work environment. We kindly ask our customers to remain respectful towards our coworkers. Thank you for your understanding and collaboration. We are constantly trying to improve our service. We may contact you once you have finished your call and send you an SMS to ask some brief questions. We would really appreciate.
Or is jammed. I put too many things inside.
Collaboration. We are constantly trying to improve our service. We may contact you once you have finished your call and send you an SMS to ask some brief questions. We would really appreciate if you are able to take a minute or two to answer them. If you are not calling from a mobile phone and you would still like to answer our satisfaction survey, please go to ikea.ca/feedback.
Anything else? Oh my God. I'm going to prank the shit out of you for that.
Imagine being such a loser that other people are working. They got a job to do. And you know what? I used to work customer service. You know, that customer service jobs are not easy. Sometimes you deal with really rude, stupid people. And no matter how rude they get with you, you can't tell them how rude and stupid they are. It takes a great deal of patience and tolerance to deal with people in customer service sometimes. And yet this poor customer service person is about to deal with Scamtel Marie.
Welcome to IKEA After Sales. My name is Sharon. How can I help you?
Hi, Sharon. I'm just wondering, I bought some Alex drawers from IKEA, and the third drawer is jammed. I put too many things inside. Do you know how I can open it? There's like a huge dildo stuck.
She actually said that. A large adult toy stuck in the drawer. And by the way, y'all, when you work at a job like that and you're working customer service, here's the worst thing. Those calls are recorded. Those calls are recorded. So somebody's going to be playing that back at the end of the day. That's what makes it worse. You're not just talking to somebody on a phone. Those phone calls are recorded for quality assurance purposes, right? That's what they say. And she just thinks it's the funniest thing in the world to take up the time of a customer service person who might want to talk to somebody that might actually need help. She's such a bored loser. This is what she does.
Would it be possible if you take the back off and make it break, right?
I'm just pranking you.
Oh.
Sorry. I just thought like I would have fun. No, seriously, Sharon, listen, listen. I'm trying to take my drawer. It's like stuck. Like the third drawer is stuck. I have like old stuff in there and all stuff and it won't open. So I thought I'm gonna call IKEA and prank her. You're a good sport. Have a nice day.
You take care now. Bye-bye.
Sharon sounds like a sex phone worker.
Oh, God. Her and her filthy mouth and her vulgar mind. All that poor woman was trying to do was do her job. And she's got her mind all in the gutter, talking about an adult toy in the drawer and this saying she sounds like a 1-900 phone lady. Chantal, you're filthy. And you wonder why Natter won't claim you because of this stuff right here. Really? Really? You're lucky that that customer service rep had a sense of humor because I would have been like, what are you talking about? You got what stuck in your drawer? Kind of sounds like a personal problem.
You take care now. Bye-bye.
I can't do it.
You're right, you can't. So don't even try.
And then they still have the nerve to ask me to do a survey. I'll give good reviews for that. Oh, damn. I should have.
Okay, so that's the part that I wanted to show. And thanks, Patty, for letting me know about it. My friend Patty, she's a mod over at Gary Unfiltered. Love you, Patty. So let's go on to the comments section of this video because, like I said, this live stream, she's playing music, she's dancing around. That's copyright. I can't do it. Sorry. Even if there weren't copyrighted music in it, there's really nothing to see, nothing you'd want to see. So the comment section, let's start there. Helen says, so she was back with homeboy, but yet she had a date planned for today. Makes sense. Plus she said she had sex with him, but then said she was only talking to him, so they could be friends and she will hang out with him again. She can't keep her story straight. Either she's being intimate or she's not being intimate. Crazy Blonde Biatch, she's showing the lyrics for Fleetwood Mac song, Players Only Love You When They're Playing. Yeah, exactly. Players only love you when they're playing, and they're not really loving you. They're loving what you give them. Just Bean says, P.S. She won't be able to get away from Natter. He's your karma. You're at the beginning of a very long journey, and every bad emotion you feel is what you have made someone else feel at one time in life. This is the beginning of the end for you, unfortunately. Oh, she's been backsliding for a while. And like I said, I think it's poetic justice that Miss Grifter got a Mr. Grifter that is grifting her at the same time she's grifting her audience. I think that's karmic universal balance. The grifter getting grifted. Summerflower says her behavior in this live stream was really unsettling. What was she on? I can't believe she called IKEA and spoke to that poor woman who was just trying to do her job in such a degrading way. Substances or no substances, there is something seriously wrong with her mental health. Yeah, like I couldn't even imagine calling up somebody at their job and saying something so vulgar. Oh, that you got an adult toy stuck in your drawer? Ew. Really? I mean, she could have said, I got a shirt stuck in my drawer or a pair of pants. But why that? Why go to that degree? That's just nasty. That's just incredibly nasty. That's foul. That's vulgar. Because especially considering those phone calls are recorded, man. Oh, Lord. Okay, more comments. Cece says, kind of weird watching someone lose their mind in real time. That's all I could think about when watching a few minutes of her content. She wasn't like this 2 or 3 years ago. The voices she makes, the sudden outbursts, she really is losing her marbles, and it's wild to witness. I can't imagine watching this for hours. I think you would lose your mind yourself. It's a train wreck, all right, but one you can only handle in small doses. Well, why do you guys think I do the ambiance videos? It kind of gives me a break from Chantal. It gives everybody else a break, does the palate cleanser, because, I couldn't take every live stream of hers, watching every single minute. I would get burned out. I would get mad. So I just do these little clip notes type reactions whenever possible. And that way we get the gist of what's going on and then we move on. I think that's the healthiest thing for myself and everybody else. Fojo says, I love it. I left for over a week and she still continues to clean by just constantly placing crap from one spot to another. Yeah. How long does it take to clean up a bedroom? She's been cleaning up that room for weeks and yet it's still not clean. There's still Box Mountain. Angie says she has to go, guys. Her drive to Lachine takes a while. And yes, someone was calling you. The video paused. Just tell the truth all the time, not when it's convenient for you. If Natter tells her not to say anything about him, she's going to do what he says, even though they both could freely talk about each other because there's no protection order. There's no case. For whatever reason, he's telling her, keep your mouth shut. And I think the reason why he's doing that to her is because he's working other targets besides Chantal. And to do that, he's got to maintain this image of I'm free, I'm single, in order to milk as much money as possible from them. Like the most successful grifters, the one that get the most money, always got to maintain this illusion of I don't have any attachments, I don't have any relationships, and putting out this hope of if you're someone and you like them, maybe there's a chance of getting with the grifter. Trust me, if there's a person's a grifter, even if you're next to him, you still won't have them. Cherry Metha says, Chantal, I have to laugh as so many people are still falling for your fake storyline about Natter. And of course, some are pretending to as they find it entertaining. But I don't blame you regurgitating everything as you're just giving people what they want. And the reaction channels love you because you're putting money in their bank accounts. Well, you know what, Cherry? I will not deny part of what you're saying, ma'am. The reaction channels that cover Chantal, if we're monetized, yes, we're making a little bit from Chantal. I won't deny that truth. We are. Yes, we are. But then again, the other side of that is Chantal keeps us busy. I mean, seriously, we're talking about somebody that does between 6 to 9 hours, sometimes more live streams a day. That's a lot of content to go through and to keep up with. We got to be there to push the record button if she does something that she's going to dirty delete. It's practically a full-time job keeping up with her. It's not like she does a 15-minute video and it's, quick in and out coverage. No, we got to go through her content, see if there's anything interesting, put it into like a highlight reel or something. We got to edit it down, make the thumbnails, do the intros. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work keeping up with Chantal. And why do we do it? Because anybody who wants to keep up with her, you guys can go out, you can have a life, you can enjoy yourselves, and you don't have to be, next to your computer when she goes live. We'll do the heavy lifting for you. We'll capture all of her stuff and you can watch it whenever you feel like. Us reactors, we are literally in front of our computers for hours dealing with her stuff. You guys have more freedom than we do. So shouldn't we get some kind of compensation for all the time spent? I think so. All right, let's see. BB says, Chantal, your real man likes all the comments making fun of you on his videos, but it doesn't like making fun of Dee Dee. Wake up. I got a theory, y'all. Here, let's see how you guys feel. I want your thoughts. So if you were someone, and let's just say you had somebody in your life that you absolutely could not stand, you hated them, could you or would you be able to spend a day or two in a motel room with them alone? No, of course not. So I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to really wonder If Natter and Chantal hate each other as much as they claim, or if that's just for the camera, I'm not saying those two are madly in love, but I think to a certain degree, they are exaggerating how they feel about each other for the sake of drama and for the sake of money. Because hey, someone like me, if I hate you, I don't want nothing to do with you. We're not spending time in a motel room. I don't care how much money you pay me. So how would he be able to spend time with Foodie, like her overnight visits, unless he didn't hate her as much as he claims to? So there's a little bit of a exaggeration there, I think. Let's see. All right, I think that's all of the comments. I was just trying to get all the comments before I leave. A little bit of everything. Chantal makes $4K a month on top of whatever else money people are giving her. Y'all actually believe she has $38 to her name? She's lying so people send her more money. Yes to that. Y'all, listen. She just took out a payday loan. She just took one out. She's got money. And even if she has no money, why is that your problem? Why is that your problem? It's not your problem. She's the big idiot if she took out a payday loan and she gave it all to Natter and she's got $38. It's not your problem. It's just not. Don't let her get on camera and try to put off this pity, poor me. I can't go to Starbucks. I can't buy fast food. Well, tough titty if you can't. Not our problem. Not our problem. Not our issue. Sounds like a you problem, Chantal, not a we problem. If you're making thousands of dollars a month and you're taking out payday loans and then you decide to give that money to Natter to the point where you're broke, that's a you problem, girl. That's a you problem. Don't expect people to compensate you for your stupid choices. Don't fall for it, VIBs. As I said, she is a grifter. She's coming to all of you with the puppy dog eyes and crying, and she's going to cry about her issues and the bills she can't pay, and oh, I don't have any money to buy cat food for BBJ. She knows where to hit you. She knows how to emotionally manipulate you. Don't fall for it. If she comes to you and she says some crap like, I don't have enough groceries or I don't have enough cat food or cat litter, you know what you tell her? Make an Amazon wish list and we'll buy that stuff if we're feeling generous. And that way you know your money is going for exactly what it should go for. She's an addict. Don't trust an addict with your money. Because if you do, you know where that money's going. You know where it's going. If she comes to you and she tries to say she's lacking in something and it's something you can buy, tell her to put it on an Amazon wish list and you can buy it that way and you know you're not being cheated and lied to. I'm just saying. That's one way to keep her honest, is to not let her put the money in pocket and do other stuff with it, especially give it to Natter. Let's see. Kiki says, come on, Chantal, get your own material and start doing it, like cleaning your boxes and your other box, and then you have a shower and laundry, dishes and vacuum. That's all we want to see, a 40-year-old. It's so sad that the audience has to beg her to clean her room, but that's where we are with her content. She honestly thinks that cleaning up her house is content, that doing her laundry is content, that doing simple adulting is content. No, it ain't. I'm an adult. I do that stuff all the time. I don't need any awards for that. I don't need super chats for that. I'm just an adult taking care of myself. It's so sad that she's so less of an adult that she expects financial compensation for doing things for herself that pertain to her own well-being and her own hygiene. But Chantal's at a point where she expects people to pay her for everything. Everything. If she brushes her teeth, pay me. If I do the laundry, pay me. If I stay away from Natter, pay me. Everything is all about, if I do something, I want something back, or I'm not going to do it. And even if you do pay me, you might not get what you're promised. Told you, she's a grifter. Let's see. Ooh, Girl Underestimated says a few streams ago, she said she has people who pay her to eat like that. Her mouth open and smacking. I want to know who it is. You know, I've been known that she's got feeders paying for her. I've been known for a while now that a lot of things she does in her live stream, she's catering straight up to the feeders. Her coming on camera and wearing clothes that are too small, that's something that feeder fetish people like. They want to see you getting bigger and bigger, so you wear too small clothes to show off your size. Her chewing with her mouth open, that's another feeder fetish thing. When she's chewing and she's got the food dripping down her mouth onto her shirt, that's another feeder fetish thing. She even confessed in a live stream that the paneer, a feeder bought that for her, and feeders have been buying her clothes. She's getting money off camera from the feeders, y'all. That's why she's so dead set on doing the mukbangs and eating all the time. She's catering to that crowd because they do pay. And they give her the extra money on top of the money she gets from YouTube. And especially now that she's not getting the super chats, she's really catering to those people. But I wonder what the replies were to that. It's, yeah, feeders are everywhere. Michaela Magdalena says feeders, and then there's also a slob fetish. Google it, it's actually a thing. Yeah, I've kind of heard about that. There is a slob fetish thing, and I'm sure Foodie caters to that as well. So she's, my opinion, she's got a humiliation fetish, she's got a degradation fetish, she's catering to the feeders. Maybe she's got a slob fetish thing going on too. I mean, there's stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't know about Foodie. Let's see. Lindsay says, show of hands, who believes she's only in the 340s? I'm saying about 405, 415. I'll raise you one, Lynn. I think that she is at 500 pounds, either close to 500 or over 500. Just based on her diet and the number of calories she consumes a day, every day, easily 500, easily, or close to 500. Let's see. Rebecca Taylor says her stream yesterday was another cash grab. The three of them just sit there and work out how to manipulate their viewers and members so they can get as much money as they can. Just take a look at Chantal's views after the deal with Natter and Didi. Yeah, again, a lot of people think that Chantal's stupid. You don't think in the many times that she's seen Natter that her and Didi and Natter don't sit down and they think, what kind of drama can we do this week? What can we say to each other? How can we milk people for money? I mean, Chantal was doing mukbangs by herself, and she's always wanted her own reality show. So, but she did not want the obligations to working for an actual show. So she created her version where she can come on whenever she wants. She makes the rules. She can decide what time she wants to do this show thing. And what do all reality shows require? They require other actors. So she started to bring on bit players. She brought on Natter. She brought on Didi. Pizza's a walk-on player sometimes. I mean, different people get added to the mix here and there to get it spicy. And she's the boss controlling the whole thing. And Chantal and Natter, they figured out, you know what, we can do those tag team live streams, you know, and really spice things up, really maximize the money. Yeah, they came up with that. First you live stream, then I'll live stream behind you, then I'll live stream again, you know, like, you know, playing tag with each other. That's another way they make money. She is trying to figure out every single way there is to make money off of people. Set up a bunch of platforms, put up the paywall right away, have people pay money right away, but don't put any content. But make sure to get that membership money right off the bat. Do those tag team live streams. Bring on the bit players. Create the drama. Do the rages. Start crying about him. Promise people once in a while that he's going to be gone for good. Yeah, she knows how to work every angle. When people start waking up to the fact that she's smarter than what she lets on, then everybody's going to see her for what she really is. And they're not just going to see half the picture where he's a grifter. They're going to see the other half where she's grifting as well. They're going to see that she's as much a con artist as he is. And then people might come to the conclusion that they're not okay with supporting a grifter. They're not okay with being lied to and led on and manipulated and stressed out all the time. And I really do hope that happens. Let's see. All right, so that's it for the comments. Hope you guys have enjoyed this React video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment yourself. Thanks for watching, y'all, and have a good day. Bye-bye.